Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Dragon's Lair. My name is Brent. Today's going to be a toy edition. If you've seen some of my videos in the last couple weeks, you see I bought like a comic collection. I did a couple videos on that. I got a couple more videos on the rest of that collection coming too, as there's a long box that I haven't done a video on yet. Of just, some of them are beaters, some of them are in still good shape. It's just, common books or whatever, nothing expensive or pricey. But I will have part 3 and 4 of that coming out eventually. But I got a bunch of toys. So this guy that I bought the comic collection off, he had toys. He was like a reseller, thrifter type person. He'd just go to yard sales, buy collections. He'd buy everything. And overall, I think I stopped at his sale. I stopped at his yard sale twice, and then he actually went to school with my brother, so he wanted my brother to come. So I went a third time. I think I went a fourth and fifth time on top of that too. But I ended up buying some Star Wars figures off him. So this is like a Star Wars edition. And I bought a few off him, and he gave them to me for next to nothing. Probably like 10 cents a figure. Sorry, I'm getting swarmed by bugs here. I just mowed, so I'm kind of sweaty. But like I said, I was probably paying 10 bucks a figure or whatever. And he had the rest of his stuff sitting there. Some of it was toys. There's a couple plushies. There's some goblets, newer stuff. But I think I ended up paying maybe 15 bucks total, maybe, for everything you're going to see today. But we're just going to go over this. I think most of this is modern Star Wars. I don't think there's any vintage in here. If there is, it's only like one piece. But we're just going to go off. I'm just going to show off some of this stuff I got. I should have brought a box or something else so I could put it in. Wait a minute. Let me empty out a bag here so I can put this stuff in there. Some of the stuff I don't care about at all. It's not a big deal to me. I'll probably, whatever, give it away or something. But we'll start off with some of these figures. These actually have the bases on them. You see them at thrift stores all the time. I don't know what they are. Kylo Ren and one of the guards. Which this newer stuff is nothing major to me. I don't majorly care about it. We got Poe. We got Luke. They're cool looking. I don't really care for the stands. I guess they display better. Got this dude. I don't remember who this dude is. We got Rey. Got a mixture of these guys. And there's no rhyme or reason to how I'm showing these figures off. I'm just going to show them off. That must be the Grand Emperor, whatever his name was. I can't remember. I did watch the newer Star Wars. They were okay. The writing was kind of terrible in my opinion. I think his name was Snoke or Smoke. Snoke. Lord Snoke. This is a smaller little... I'm guessing this goes to a game or something maybe. It says Star Wars on it. There's a couple of these different figures on stands. Some of them are kind of cool, which I might give these to my nephew. He's into like Warhammer and some of the Star Wars figures you paint and stuff like that. So I might see if he wants some of these and just give them to him. They are kind of cool. Can't really move them around or anything. They are neat little figures though, some of these. But we'll see. Maybe I'll keep them. Maybe, like I said, maybe I'll give them to my nephew. Who knows? Maybe someday I'll just open up a toy store when I retire and sell some toys. Have some fun. Like I said, I don't even know who some of these guys are. They're just nobodies. Nobodies because they don't even have a name. Here we got another. Oh, we actually got some bobbleheads here. I'll wait a second on them. This girl from the newer Star Wars or whatever. I'll get some of these platform guys out of the way. Another soldier. We got a Jedi. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I'm not the ultimate fanboy. I do love my Star Wars, but I am not the ultimate fanboy. Although that's a great movie if you haven't seen it. If you're a Star Wars fan, go watch Fanboys. One of the best Star Wars movies out there, in my opinion. Not better than the original 3, but for a parody spin-off of Star Wars, one of the best movies out there. Right up there with Spaceballs. Here we got another, I'm guessing this is Han. I'm guessing, kind of like, it's like a bobblehead. So. And then we got a Chewie bobblehead. These are just little figures. Then we got a Chewie bobblehead with an attitude as his head's kind of twisted and turned. Probably looking at Han saying, "What are you doing?" We got a C-3PO. Of course, I'm guessing the spring or something's broke because his head's kind of loose, but it is what it is. Let's see what else we got in this little tote. So I got like figures all over the place here. We got a skateboard. Anybody remember these skateboards? This was like popular in like, I don't know, late 90s, early 2000s maybe, somewhere in there. 2010s maybe. I remember my kids had some of these. I don't remember when they were popular. I never played with them or anything like that. Of course, we got another one of them Troopers with a little stand on it. Pretty cool. Oh, we got a droid. I always love the droids. I know a lot of people don't like the Phantom Menace or anything like that, but I actually like the Phantom Menace. I thought that was a very good movie. Absolutely love some of the some of the characters in it. No, I'm not a Jar Jar fan, so don't think that. But I do like, Darth Maul. I think Darth Maul is pretty cool. I love the Obi-Wan by Ewan McGregor, Qui-Gon. So I do like that movie actually quite a bit, and I like the storyline in the Phantom Menace. Here we got a little Darth Vader, a little red one. I don't know what this is to. It's cool looking. That's one I'll definitely keep because it's Darth Vader. Cool little figurine. Of course, we got this. This was some kind of bike or whatever. This actually has some weight to it. Oh, I had it upside down. Sorry. Wasn't paying attention. But I remember this in one of the movies. I don't know which one. It's actually, probably feels like it weighs half a pound. It's like metal or something. Very, very cool. Almost looks like somebody's vape, but it's not. Of course, this guy that was selling them, he has a shrink wrapper, so he was shrink wrapping a lot of this stuff. So, just to try to sell it, I don't know. I ended up, nobody was buying it, and he's like, what do you want? I already took a stack of the figures, and for the rest of it, he says, I tell you what, you take the rest I got there, $10. And all but this one baggie is what I got for $10 pretty much. So I think I paid $15 for all the Star Wars stuff overall. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. Of course, we got another one of these little, just rip this guy open. Hard to see in these baggies. The shrink wrapper. More little droid, more probably little kid related. Of course, we have this part of whatever this is. This is, what year is this? 2005 Hasbro. I'm guessing it goes to a vehicle. I don't know. We got these small little figures here. They got like a ball bearing on the bottom of them. If I could show them off. I have no idea what these are. It's Kylo Ren. It's something newer. Whatever that dude's name is, I don't know. We got, looks like a Han Solo. If I can get it on there, sorry. And let's see, do we have any more small figures? We have another one of them figures on a stand. Got a whole small little tote here full of this stuff. We got a Princess Leia, but it looks like she's missing her stand. And another one of those little, whatever, these must be like a game or something. I don't know. And that's not Star Wars. It's Pirates of the Caribbean. Make sure I get all them little figures out of there. Here's another one of them little, like I said, they must be like a game piece or something like that. And we got another one, little Darth Vader figures. Boy, they're hard to see in this shrink wrap. I probably should have opened all these up before I started the video, but I'm not going to do that. This one's kind of cool. He's got like a cloth velvety cape. It's got a double cape. So, that is kind of neat. I think these are like Imagine Extra or something like that. More little kid related. Of course, we have a bigger figure. I don't know if this is like Clone Wars. It might be Clone Wars. This one is, I don't know, probably 4.5 inches. So, I don't know what line that is. But we'll get into some of these figures. We got an Obi-Wan. At the end there. Which, I don't know, this is more modern. Probably a Rey. Like I said, he shrunk wrap all these. Some of these are 90s, and some of these are all the way up into, more modern. Like I said, Jedi Knight, I don't remember his name. Have no idea who this guy is, but he's pretty cool looking. We're going to open this guy up. I'm pretty sure he's Star Wars. If he's not Star Wars, I'm sorry. At least I hope he's Star Wars. He kind of doesn't look like he's Star Wars, but if he's not Star Wars, I'm sorry. He is cool looking, whoever he is. I'm not sure who he is. But very cool nonetheless. He had it in a Star Wars package, so I don't know. We have another Rey. Of course, there's no weapons with these guys. These are all just loose guys. Looks like another Rey. Another Obi-Wan. Young Obi-Wan. Padawan Obi-Wan, probably. Maybe. We got... whoever that is. It might be an older Obi-Wan, maybe. I'm not really sure. This might be 90s right here. They did so many toys in the 90s that everybody went and stockpiled and spent a fortune because they thought they'd be like the originals, but they overproduced the 90s. I still think they're cool toys. So this is 1995, I think it says, 96. But this might be Obi-Wan, an old Obi-Wan, maybe. Doesn't have his lightsaber, but that's okay. We got a Lando Calrissian, that's from 95 or 96. We got some just generic dudes. Troop builders, which I'm cool with troop builders. We got a Darth Maul, his arm came off in there. Hard to see him. And these shrink wrap bags, I should have just opened them all. Should have opened them all, but hopefully his arm just came loose. Looks like it comes off. At least I hope so. Maybe. I don't know if I can pop it back in there or not. Oh my gosh. I don't think I can. Well, Darth Maul with his arm off. I'll try to pop it on later, but I ain't gonna get it right now, that's for sure. Of course, I believe this is Clone Wars. A little bit of a mixture of everything in here. Looks like a Tusken Raider. And just, I should have opened them all. My own fault. Shrink wrappers suck. Should have brought a knife out with me. The one time I didn't bring a knife. Keep your knife on you guys. This looks like a more modern Tusken Raider is what it looks like. I have no idea what year, I'm guessing. Just guessing it's got to be newer. I really don't want to open all these figures here. Whoever that dude is, I ain't got a clue. Looks like we got another Rey. Lots of Reys. You can get her figures pretty darn cheap over to Ollie's, I think. We got them for like $3-4 a piece. Whoever that dude is. Looks cool. I don't know if they did figures for Rogue One or not. Maybe they did. I like Rogue One. Rogue One was a very good movie if you haven't seen Rogue One. I'd highly recommend Rogue One. Of course, they're doing a series on that too. Of course, we got a small little Yoda. This might be a Clone Wars Yoda, maybe. Kind of looks like it is. We got another just generic trooper. We got whatever this animal is. I don't know, you can't see it with a shrink wrap. This might be even more modern. This might be something like Han Solo or something, maybe. I don't know. Not really sure. Don't quote me on it because I'm not positive. Of course, we got another Rey. Apparently he bought a lot of Reys, or somebody bought a lot of Reys and he just got them buying collections, I guess. And then if I can get this open, we got another Yoda here. Yoda. His cape comes off. So there's the Yoda. Of course, like I said, his cape comes off. Master Yoda. And then we got whatever these little things are. They look like kind of like game pieces. I don't know what they are. Oops. Dropping something. I don't know what this is. But whatever, I have no idea what these things are. It's like 4 or 5 of them. 6 of them maybe. Got a 3PO with a red arm. I have no idea what these little things are. These little things keep falling out of them, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what they are. If you know what they are, I don't know. I'll probably just give these away because I don't know. It's not really anything I'm really interested in. Definitely newer stuff. I said everything keeps falling out of them. A little fin action. I don't know if they shoot these things out of there or what. They keep falling out. Put my bag down here, seeing how I'm dropping everything. We still got quite a few more figures. Like I said, the first day I was there, I grabbed all the stormtroopers because, you know, I figure I could troop build and stuff like that. So we got a bunch of troop builders. We also got some vehicles here and there too in these bags. I'm really not sure what these vehicles are. Very, very cool. I got 2 of those. And now this dude kind of looks like he's vintage. But I'm not sure. He might be 90s for all I know. He's probably 90s if he's anything like that. And I probably can't see the date on it. But he doesn't look like he's too new. He might be 90s. But he doesn't look like he's too new. Maybe he's not. Okay, I'm guessing he's newer. Looks cool. He's in good shape anyways, but very, very cool. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is Troop Builder. My son saw all these and he's like, oh dang, you got the like Clone Wars stuff. And definitely tons of these figures. Tons and tons and tons of figures. Little droid. I don't know what this droid is. I don't even remember what movie. He's got like 4 legs on him. Looks like a bug. Like I said, more and more. We got a droid. We got one of the roly-poly droids. I don't know what you call them. And more of these troop builders. Another droid. Like I said, I mean, for the price I paid, we got one of the assault droids. More and more. I know I'm not showing you the same ones. I'm pulling out of one bag and throwing them into another bag. But I definitely got some clone troopers and stuff like that to do some troop building. So that's it for the bulk of the figures. I think that's all the figures. Also got these things, which I could care less about. These are all over at thrift stores, which I got 3 of them. I got a Yoda, and I'm guessing that's maybe Luke. But I'm probably going to just give them away or throw them in a yard sale or something like that. Oh, we'll keep going here. We're almost done. We're getting near the end. That's a big piece there. Which I did get this little fighter jet, which has, I don't know, is this open? So it does have, I don't know who she is. I think it's Clone Wars. I don't even know what her name is. I don't think that's Ahsoka. Kind of looks like her. Same style, I guess. But like I said, little fighter jet. I don't know what year this is either. I don't even know if it's complete. It's cool looking. Looks like it's missing a missile maybe. Or maybe it goes on to another jet, and I do not see a date anywhere on this. That's crazy. Like I said, maybe, oh wait. They always put it in weird spots. And it's so small I can't read it without glasses, and I don't have any glasses. Of course, we also have, I believe this is Anakin's ship from, it's either the 2nd or 3rd movie. I can't remember. Got a little R2 action on there. I know they made a Transformer of this too, I believe. And I can't remember if maybe that was Obi-Wan's ship. They made an Anakin and an Obi-Wan Transformer. I remember that. But I can't remember if Anakin is the Star Destroyer or if he's a ship. I think Obi-Wan might have been a ship. One of these ships. And Anakin was Star Destroyer. But that's still pretty cool. I was happy to get this. But yeah, I know this is newer. This has got to be 90s at least. It's Hasbro. When did Hasbro take over? 90s? I don't remember. Does have some legs that come down. But very, very cool. That's one I didn't have. So we also got this big old beast, which I believe this is like a Hot Wheels set or something. Which I don't really want this. I'm not into Hot Wheels or like micro machines or anything like that. So I am probably gonna, I might take that down to the toy store and see what I can get for trade or something maybe. We'll see. I'll definitely do something with it, but it's not something I want to really keep. Then we also got some plushies, which aren't a real big deal to me, as my dogs just think they're chew toys if they get a hold of them. I mean, they are kind of cool. Kind of weird looking, some of them. And that might be all the plushies. And then the last but not least, he had all these goblets and mugs. So like hot coffee. Sounds like it's got something loose in it. It's got a hole in the bottom, so I don't know. And we also got a Darth Vader mug that's still sealed. We got a Yoda, which I remember when these came out, they came with like hot cocoa and stuff like that, because we bought them for our kids for Christmas. We bought them a set. So, it's kind of cool. But there's still more goblets. We have a... Who is this? A Mandalorian. Kind of hard to see the glare. Another mug. These are all mugs here left. Gotta figure out where I can put these. Might be some of the same ones, I don't know. We have a Kylo Ren. We got a Chewbacca. Try and do this without knocking anything down. I don't want to break them. We got a... Is that Greedo? Yep, Greedo. That's kind of cool right there. I didn't even realize he was in there. We got a Greedo. Who shot first, Han or Greedo? I think Han shot first. Of course, we got Grogu. Looks like he's eating a frog. I do like The Mandalorian. I did think that was... I've seen the first 2 seasons of that, and I thought that was an excellent show. And then we have another Grogu. It says there's hot cocoa in there. I'm not going to open them up to find out if there is or not. But that is it for my little Star Wars haul from that yard sale where I was getting the comic book collection. He still has more stuff to sell, so eventually, you know, whenever he sets up to have his yard sale, or he's going to sell some Legos to my son, I know that, so maybe I'll get to look at some more stuff then, I don't know. But he had various other figures, which I'm going to have in another video, some like Halo figures, G.I. Joe figures. He had some Marvel figures that I think I picked up, some video game stuff. But definitely going to be some more stuff coming from that yard sale where I got the comic collection and stuff like that. But I thought this was pretty cool getting some of this stuff. But, you know, I hope you guys liked what you saw. You know, if I made any mistakes or anything like that, let me know. Like I said, I'm not the ultimate fanboy in Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I've always been a Star Wars fan. Wasn't allowed to collect it as a kid because, you know, the aliens looked like demons, I guess. They were the devil. Half the stuff was the devil when I was a kid. But, great movie, by the way, Waterboy. That's where I get that from. It was the devil. Because that was my mom right there, his mom. It's the devil. So, now you know why I say that all the time. But I hope you guys liked what you saw. You know, like, comment, subscribe. It's all cool. It's all good. Thanks for watching.